Hi guys, this is Paul from emodels.co.uk. It's my first video for eModels, so I hope you like what you see. Today we've got a video build of Airfix's 148 Messerschmitt BF109, the E variant. Airfix make two versions to this kit, this one and a tropical version. They're both new tool kits, probably about 18 months to 2 years old now. Really nice kits. I've built one before. They go together really well and make a really nice 109 148 scale model. Let's start, open it up and have a look at what we get inside. Typical grey Airfix plastic, sealed in one bag with obviously the clear parts separate, which is always good to see. We'll come to those in a minute. We're taking out the bag, two screws, very nicely crisply moulded. No flash on there whatsoever. Airfix really have upped their game with their new kits. Absolutely fantastic quality to them. Like I say, just the two screws. No signs of flash anywhere at all. All nicely moulded. Very nice. I know for a fact that these wing sections and the fuselage literally slot together and will hold together with no glue whatsoever. And virtually no filler on the wing root at all. It's a very nice quality kit. If I just zoom in a little bit so you can see the likes of the fuselage a little bit better. You can see very nice panel lines, nice detailing. Really nice kit. Put that onto one side. Onto the other sprues are all the smaller parts. Again, no flash. All very nicely moulded again. Even comes with a pilot figure, which not all kits do these days, so it's always nice to get that. Again, no problems there at all. Very nice, very clean. The clear parts, we just open the bag. I zoom back out. Again, very nice, very clear. If I just zoom in. Very nice quality, very crisp, very clean. So again, another nice part of the kit. You've got different cockpit variations, if I remember right, so you can have the canopy shut or open, and obviously there's the different front screens for the different variants and the gun sight. So again, another nice part of the kit. The instructions. Front page, we've got a brief history and technical info on the 109, which is always nice to have a little bit of history on it. Open the first page, nice clear illustrations of each step as they go through. Really nothing difficult there at all. Colour cards are there as well. Obviously they're in Humbrol code, so if you're using anything else like I do, Tamiya, Vallejo, etc., you will need to find a converter so you know which paints to use instead. Plenty of them out there, and emodels.co.uk has one on their website as well. If you just have a flick through, every stage is nicely marked and illustrated for you, so nothing too demanding there whatsoever. Nice, simple, easy kit. Gives you the different options and what have you for different specific parts of these aircraft. So there's different call outs for the different weapons and what have you. Obviously the call out for the degrees on the tail orientation. And right on to the end where you can obviously choose whether you have your landing gear up or down. Also the different variants of the weapons, fuel tanks, etc. for each different variant included in this kit. So very nice instructions, nice and clear. Brilliant. Another nice feature of these new Airfix kits is the full colour camo call out and colour call out. So the three variants that are in here has their own page, so it clearly defines where the decals go, where the camo work is, what colours to use. So obviously there's one, comes to that bit in a minute. There's the other two, so nice and easy to follow, and obviously you can figure out which camo pattern you're going to be using. I think ours is this one. That's the one I'm going to do this time. So typical splinter camo with the mottling up the side, and as you've just seen on the back, there's the full parts layout. So always a part you can't find. A quick look on that, I'll tell you the sprue it's on this location. So again, another nice touch. Decals. Nice decals. I'll just zoom in so we can see this. Nice and clear. I had a quick look through before. They all look in register. Obviously, you've got the generic ones up here, and the 3 variants down here. I think these are ours, if I remember right, in the middle. Nice, good quality decals, which obviously an important part of the kit. So another nice feature to the Airfix kit. So next part will be starting the build. Right, the first stage of the build. Start with the cockpit. So starting off with parts number 13B and 18B, which 13B is just there. Carefully trim them off. And we've got 18B. Which is there. And 49 and 51. So 49 and 51. It's 49. And 51. 51. For some reason decided to ping over there. They're now cut off. So we trim off the excess plastic. Of each part. And we can give them a little sand to remove all the excess plastic. Just be careful on small parts like these adjustment wheels that you don't cut too much, which is very easily done, and don't lose half the part itself rather than cutting off the bit you need. So take our modelling sponge or file, a nice light to remove any excess plastic. Again, don't go too mad, just a very light sand will remove any excess. So obviously you don't want to be cutting down into the parts that don't need sanding. Obviously these parts I'm sanding off are just where they've been cut off from the sprue. Again, be careful with the smaller parts. Can be tricky to hold, especially when you've got fingers like mine. Just take your time. Don't press too hard with your sanding stick, just let the stick do the work rather than putting a full lot of weight behind it. Otherwise you'll end up, especially on round parts, flattening them off. So once that's in, glue. I like to use Tammy's Extra Thin personally. Find it very easy to use, quite forgiving as well, and with it being thin variety. It also capillary action carries it around the model, which makes it very easy to glue things without putting an absolute ton of glue in there, which is never good because it's never going to do your model any good at all. So again, when gluing, just take your time, nice and slow, and get just how you want it. So always double check on the actual call out sheet that you have got the right part and you are putting it in the right way. Nothing worse than getting halfway through a stage, looking back and realising you've put a part in the wrong way or slightly wrong place. We've all done it. So like I say, just take your time, check each part, check the correct way it's sitting, have a look, and just double check before gluing. So again, pop them into position as you want. It's tricky, these small parts, especially trying to get them on camera as well. Glue, just a touch where it's needed. Make sure it's seated in the correct position. Obviously don't manhandle it too much, because if you put your finger somewhere you've just glued, you're going to leave a finger mark, which is never good. So once one little bit's done, on to the next. So again, just double check your instructions as you go. And if parts fit on, which hopefully this will, so I get the right one I think. Here we go. That one just slots on. I think this one just sits over the top. Just drop it. Tricky little bugger. So again, just a very light application of glue, and then once you've got it on, you can position it as and where it's needed. So there we go. Make sure any parts that you've knocked are straight and that you're happy with them. There we go, it's one small section done. On to the next. Once you're happy all your parts are sanded as you want, refer back to your instructions, make sure you get things the right way, then offer them up without any glue to begin with. Make sure they fit properly, you've sanded them properly so the parts fit where they should. Once you're happy, a little bit more glue. Again, be careful with fingers, don't get any on your fingers because it makes a terrible mess. A bit muddled. Okay, onto the foot controls, which again, refer back to your model. Instructions, have a look, always worth double checking where the parts actually do sit. Off them up without any glue, get them into the position you want, and then of course the beauty of using a thin glue is there's not a lot of mess, it's easy to apply, and obviously like I said before, the capillary action, because it's thin, takes it around the model. There's various different makes of cement. I like the Tamron myself, there's a Mr. Hobby one. There's also the actual like plastic weld types. They all work in the same way, they're all a hot glue, they actually melt the plastic to join it rather than being a physical glue barrier. Again, nearly all glues are available from e-models, so just have a look on the website. Try them out, not all glues suit one person. Like I said, I like the Tamiya. Some people prefer the Mr. Hobby. Just see what suits you and what you get on with best, to be honest. So that's that in and where I want it. So now we can glue in the seat we made before. She just needs pushing in There we go. A little bit. Offer it up, pop it in. Apply a little bit more of your glue. Again, keep referring to instructions just so you know where you're actually placing your part is where it's going, rather than just throwing it in. So yeah, that's fine. So put that to one side for a minute. Pop the part in where it says. Make sure it sits where you want it. Bit more glue. The good thing with these thin types of glue is you hardly use any whatsoever. So they do last you a long time. And obviously the less glue you're using, the less chance you've got of getting it all over the model. We've all been there years ago with the tubes of glue. Stringing as you glue a part on and end up everywhere. All over you, your carpet, your dog. So a nice precise applicators. And obviously most of them come with a nice tip like this. Or some of the plasterwell ones use a paintbrush, which again you can choose the size of your applicator then. So there we go, that's a very basic cockpit done. Just zoom in very quickly just so you can see this. So there you go, she's all together as the call outs call for. The next call actually calls for the painting and installation of the pilot. Again, I'll leave them until the end. I don't very often put pilots in if I'm honest, but I more than likely will on this build. So I'm going to take this to spray booth now, spray it, and then I'll be back and we'll show you the painting of individual parts and a little bit of weathering inside as well. Thank you. Right guys, that's part 1 of the Airfix 148 Messerschmitt BF109 build. Hope you like what you've seen. I'll be back with part 2, should be up shortly, which will be spraying the cockpit itself, detailing some of the parts in there, different colours and what have you. Give it a light wash and some dry brushing to bring out some of the detail. This is Paul from emodels.co.uk. Check out our website for any modelling needs and like us on Facebook as well if you're on Facebook, and I'll see you back for part 2. Thank you.